We're obviously fighting against ISIS in Iraq and Syria. There's a huge fight over the city of Kobani now that we have participated in that we have bombed ISIS from the air. Now, the people fighting on the ground are Kurds against ISIS, and we want to help those people on the ground. So we decided, well, they need some weaponry, and it's very dangerous to bring it on the ground. We don't want to risk doing that, so we're going to drop it into them. So here's what The Hill explains it as. Quote, the U.S. has dropped 28 bundles filled with grenades, mortar rounds, and other supplies intended for Kurdish fighters in Kobani battling ISIS. First of all, here's where I don't want to be anywhere near. A drop of containers with grenades and mortar rounds and other supplies. I don't want to be anywhere near that drop. Okay. All right, anyway, they drop it in. It largely works, with a couple of problems here. The Pentagon confirmed Wednesday that Islamic State and Iraq and Syria fighters took possession of a stray bundle of U.S. airdrop weapons and other supplies in the Syrian border town of Kobani earlier this week. And then they added, oops. Now, apparently they dropped 28 of these different packages, right? One of them they knew had gone astray, and then they dropped a bomb on the bombs to make sure that ISIS didn't pick them up. But there was apparently one last package that they did not realize had gone astray, but apparently has, and ISIS grabbed those. I'm going to show you the video on that in a second. Army Colonel Stephen Warren, the Pentagon spokesman, confirms, we have determined a second bundle also went astray. And he says, there's always going to be some margin of error. Wind can cause a parachute to move off of its intended target. I think that is true. I think we can't be overly judgmental on this issue. But now I'm going to show you the video that ISIS claims, and so it's up on their basically YouTube channel, which is an amazing sentence. So it's not confirmed, but as you'll see here, it seems fairly convincing, that we had this in a parachute, and we parachuted it down, and it looks like they've gotten control over it. Let's look. So, well, there appears to be the parachute. Now, it's not just one box, it's a series of boxes, as you're going to see. You see right there, there's that whole package, and obviously some of it is damaged as it lands. God, I wouldn't want to be anywhere near that. I also wouldn't want to be anywhere near this guy. That's smart to point the weapons at it. This is on A3Mac News, the unofficial media arm of ISIS. How can we not trace that? I'm always confused by that. So some of the... Okay, there he is, just manhandling grenades. Okay. I guess they know how to handle grenades better than I do, but I wouldn't be within a 3-mile perimeter of that box. And some of the boxes have Arabic writing on it, it appears. I don't know Arabic. So I don't know what he's saying, and I don't know what it says on the boxes, but it's because we're not necessarily just sending U.S. supplies. We might be sending Iraqi supplies and other Peshmerga supplies to within the town. So as you can see here, there are many, many boxes. He's going to go ahead and also get more weaponry here. I don't know the technical terms of what these are, although I know I wouldn't mess with any of it. Here he goes. Okay. He's like, yeah, let's open this thing up. Let's see what's inside here. He's lucky there wasn't a surprise inside there. Oh, yeah, yeah, more grenades. Yeah, let's drop that. Yeah, see how that goes. Okay. And he just says something about Mujahideen. So, yeah, he's like, I think basically it appears he's saying, thank you for helping the Mujahideen. Well, we're here to serve. Okay. So, that didn't look that good. But don't worry. Again, Army Colonel Stephen Warren says, quote, the issue is, quote, not of any real concern to us. Well, I'd be slightly concerned. Look, in the middle of a war, mistakes do happen. And yes, they got a lot more weaponry to the Kurds. That will help them in the fight. And so this was part of the mistakes. Now that we have video and social media, etc., we get to see the mistakes that happen in the fog of war, etc. So I actually don't think it's an enormous issue. And it's not like, ha-ha, Pentagon, etc. Although it is in some ways symbolic of how we conduct our affairs in the Middle East, right? Where we literally parachute in weaponry and just drop it all over the Middle East. We hope mostly to our allies, but oops, some of it goes to our enemies. They then use it against us, which precipitates us dropping more weaponry into our allies, which also then sometimes gets captured, and sometimes our allies turn into our enemies and then use it against us, and round we go. So it's just a little microcosm of what happens on a much larger scale.